Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to LA Valley College for tonight's contest between your Monarchs and the visiting Corsairs of Santa Monica College. At this time, we ask you to rise or move your cats to honor America with the Star-Spangled Banner. And now for tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Corsairs of Santa Monica College. At point guard, a 6'2" sophomore from Los Angeles, Teddy Parham. At shooting guard, a 6'3" sophomore from Los Angeles, Mikai Kimball. As shooting guard, a sophomore, standing 6'1", via Inglewood, Deshaun Hughes. At small forward, at 6'4", freshman from Denver, Colorado, Jayshawn Chazelle. And a power forward, a 6'9" freshman out of Sacramento, Elias King. The Corsairs are coached by Joshua Thomas in his third season, who is assisted by Justin Maidenberg and Devon Richardson. Now for the starting lineup for your LA Valley College Monarchs. At guard, a 6'3" out of Viewpoint High School, number 4, Cody Knox. Also at guard, a 6'1" freshman from Santa Barbara, number 10, Johnny Coleman II. At center, a 6'5" sophomore from St. Andrews in Florida, Ivan Shmerenko. At forward, a freshman standing 6'3" from Providence High School, Jonas Holt. And at guard, number 23, a 6'4" sophomore out of Minnetonka, Minnesota, John Martin. The Monarchs are coached by Virgil Watson, who's in his 13th year, who's assisted by head assistant Val Camena and assistant coaches Andres De La Hoya, Gabina Cruz, and Murphy Davis.
Well, there you have it. This is the starting lineup straight from Public Address Announcer Mark DeVore. This is Brian Melblom alongside once again Raul Castillo. It's a pleasure to have you with us for Monarchs basketball against Santa Monica College. This is a huge matchup. Both teams coming into tonight with 14 wins and 4 losses. The difference on Santa Monica side being 4-0 in conference play Well, the Monarchs 2-2. Santa Monica, by the way, on a 6-game win streak coming into tonight. Monarchs missed their initial shot, but the layup was good by John Martins after the offensive rebound. Some second chance points, excuse me, putting the Monarchs on top initially. Santa Monica on the other end draws a foul that's called against Cody Knox. Not a shooting foul, so the Santa Monica Corsairs will take it on the baseline. Teddy Parham to inbound it. Three-pointer by McKay Kimball is good. Santa Monica takes a 1-point lead early. 19 and change. Just under a minute played. Ivan Shmiryenko on the left wing. Drives into the paint, lays it up, no good. Team rebound to Santa Monica.
It was a good idea with Shmiryenko driving into the lane. He did have the open access, but just fell short of the way up.
We thank you for your patience with the video difficulty there for a moment. Back the other way, Santa Monica has it. Now into the paint is Elias King. Elias King takes it out. There's Hughes. Hughes' jump shot, no good. Offensive rebound. Another one. Elias King. But he turns it over. It's scooped up off of the ground by John Martins. Here come the Monarchs. Stutter step with it. Drives into the paint, draws a foul.
Monarchs being aggressive here, trying to drive the lanes.
Both teams looking to make a statement early.
Pretty physical too, Brian.
Absolutely. 2 fouls in the first 2 minutes. It took 2 quarters for that to happen in the last game. The women's, excuse me. That was Johnny Coleman shot off the glass and into the hands of a Corsair. An illegal dribble there as Teddy Parham carried it, says the referee. So a lucky break there for LA Valley. Ivan Shmiryenko tossing it ahead to his teammate Johnny Coleman II. Coleman taking it up on the right wing. Back to Shmiryenko. Cody Knox with it. Knox holds it on the left wing. Around the perimeter they go. Shmiryenko now to Martins at the elbow. Freezes with it. Coleman, 10 on the shot clock. Coleman needs an outlet pass, finds Martins who shoots for 3. Good!
Martins from Lake Minnetonka, Minnesota.
Got a Minnesotan on our women's team as well. Let's see how
Is
far
that right?
our, yes, that's Sophia Hughes. 3-point shot attempt by Makai Kimball is no good. Cooper with it. Cooper driving. Around his body finds Martin who tries to lay it up, goes off the glass hard, but because he was fouled, that's called against Dyson Hughes.
Well, Martins did a great job to draw that foul with a little hit fake there before he took the shot.
It's intensely physical play, as you mentioned. Already 3 fouls called under 3 minutes played. John
Quite
Martins
odd
at the line.
for, beginning of the game.
Misses his first one. Team still up by 2. Second shot's good. 6-3 Monarchs.
Love the
Corsairs.
energy from the crowd, yelling defense.
Indeed. Getting in it. You know, it was a big matchup for both teams. 3-point attempt by number 3 is good. Dyson Hughes ties the game at 6. Coleman driving into the paint. Layup just won't go, but he gets his own rebound. It's out to Knox. His 3-point attempt won't go in, but the rebound jumping for it was Makai Kimball. I don't know if you'd call it a turnover. I mean, he got both hands on it, but the pass inbound went off of one of his teammates' feet and rolled over the baseline. So a fortunate break there for the Monarchs. It says 29 on the shot clock. Oh, they're calling for a reset. There it is, 30. 16:42 in the half. Quickly inbounded and a foul drawn by Knox. That was Leandrew Knight who just checked into the game. He's a 6'3" sophomore shooting guard out of Lompoc, attending Cabrillo High School.
Santa Monica was caught sleeping there, and Knox took full advantage of their little nap.
Just
to draw
make
the
the
foul.
shooting motion, draw the contact, and put 2 points up on the board as he's 2 for 2 from the free throw line. His first 2 points of the game, the other 6 all coming from John Martins. Also just checking in was Isaiah Simpson. He thought about going for 3. Instead he passes it to a teammate, a give and go, drives into the paint and draws a foul against Cody Knox. He has an opportunity to tie the game if he's perfect at the line. Already the second foul against Knox, and he'll probably check out after this shot. Shot is good despite the efforts of an energetic fan in the crowd. CJ Sears now will check in, 5'10" freshman from Bishop Alemany High School. 2 early fouls by Knox, and Virgil Watson doesn't want to risk him fouling out early. Tie game at 8 as he makes both his free throws. Shmerienko. Over to Holt, back to Martins. They're moving it around the perimeter. CJ Sears with it. Shmerienko again, matching up against Leandrew Knight. Almost lost it. Monarchs recover. Frantic play in the middle of the court, of the front court, I should say. Martins layup, no good. Rebounded by Knight. And here's a 3-point attempt on the other side, just a little bit short by Kimball. Offensive rebound, though, for Santa Monica. Kept it alive, at least initially. Hughes picked it up, but his team turned it over. Coleman with it now, looking to set something up. He'll let his teammates catch their breath a little bit. 12 on the shot clock. Holtz with it into Martins. Taking his time, 6 on the shot clock. Drives in himself into the paint, turns around, lays it up. The finger roll's good.
What I liked about that was Martins took his time with the dribble penetration and took the clean shot.
That clock ticking down. Oh, what a play there. Heads up by Johnny Coleman. Just rips the pass out of the air. And a fast break layup is good. Martins out of the pass from Holt for the assist. Monarchs up 12-8. Just 5 minutes played in the first half of this one. Knight up top. Over to Parham. Teddy Parham beats his defender Coleman, using his teammate as a screen. That was Simpson. His shot was no good though, and here comes Coleman the other way, making his way around Teddy Parham and drawing a foul.
Coleman aggressive going to for the layup, and is being rewarded with a couple of free throws.
No doubt about that aggressiveness. Coleman's first shot from the line bounces in. His team now has a 5-point lead.
The previous point where they stole the ball was all ignited by Coleman just being aggressive on defense.
Absolutely. He made it happen and rewarded with a couple of points, drawing a foul out of the other team as well. Cesar Mesa now in the game. Draws it back to Simpson. His 3-point shot's no good. Looks like Sears initially tipped it into Leandre McIntyre, who's checked in. Coleman around from underneath finds Martins. Martins' pass intercepted by Mesa. He flings it up ahead, looking for a quick
Martin
fast
slow to
break
get up,
the other way.
but I think he's okay.
30-second timeout off of the Santa Monica bench. Just under 6 minutes played. It's 14-8 LA Valley College.
So, Brian, I'd like to take this opportunity to say hello to one of our viewers who are tuning online.
Yes, please.
Special shout out to our Hall of Fame chairman, Dr. Paul Sabolic, who himself is an inductee, former All-American in football here at Los Angeles Valley College. So thanks, Paul, for watching us and being the chair of our Athletic Hall of Fame, which, by the way, is going to be on June 27th.
The induction ceremony there.
We'd certainly love for all former Valley College athletes to attend. We have a great selection of folks being inducted into the Hall of Fame. One of them is a basketball alumnus by the name of Stu Copps. So congratulations, Stu, on being inducted this coming June.
Fantastic. Yes, indeed. Always great to hear who's watching us. If you have the ability, chime in the chat. Let us know who you're watching for, where you're watching from, what you like. And, of course, just feel free to say, go Monarchs anytime you like. Back underway here, under 14 minutes and a half. Martins around the elbow. Deeks, the defender, takes the shot by himself, a little bit short. Rebounded by Kimball. Corsairs with it, just trailing by 6.
Monarchs on a man-to-man defense.
Trying to find those right matchups and stick with them. Pass almost knocked away by Holt. Goes into the hands of Knight, though. He drives into the paint. We'll have an offensive foul, though, as he drove and bowled over John Martins before passing it out beyond the arc. That's his first of the game. 5 fouls already for Santa Monica. Monarchs back the other way. Holt with it. Takes his time. Sears. Out to McIntyre. Back and forth with it. Holt for 3. Just left of the rim. Off the glass. And Simpson with the rebound. Corsairs for 3. Simpson falls short. Rebounded by Holt. And now here come the Monarchs. A quick offensive effort there by Santa Monica. Comes up empty. Now Sears out to Martins beyond the line. Sears again with it. Matched up against his opposing number 3. This Dyson Hughes there. Now Martins on the left wing. Back to McIntyre. His 3-point shot, good.
That was a great pass from Martins to find his teammate for the 3-point shot.
Referees discussing that apparently.
Was it the shot or another incident?
Oh, there's a correction on the previous foul now that there's a ball out of bounds. They're stopping play. So the previous foul, actually, credit that to Leandro Knight. I thought they were disputing the distance of the shot. Apparently, they were not saying it's a, is it a 2 or 3?
Well,
no,
from
that
here,
was not
it
what they're
clearly
talking about.
looked to me like a 3-point
No
shot.
doubt about that. I thought I saw the ref, one of them, with his arm at a 90-degree angle and putting 2 fingers out to indicate a 2-point field goal, but that's not the case. Meanwhile, a 3-point attempt is no good by Chisel. Offensive rebound and mid-range jump shot is good by Chaz Moton. Just checked in from Houston, Texas, a sophomore for Santa Monica, 5'8" point guard. Keeps his team within 7 of the Monarchs. Dylan Harrell checked in, by the way, on the Monarchs side of things. Driving layup by McIntyre, no good. Meza the other way. 3-pointer by Moton, no good. Offensive rebound by Chisel. And Meza for 3. A little bit right of center. Another offensive board. This time Isaiah Simpson scooping it up. Ball got knocked loose, but Valley player was out of bounds when it was last touched. Santa Monica retained possession with 27 seconds on the shot clock. Dylan Harrell checked in, 6-foot freshman from Champs Charter High School out here. mid-range jump shot off of the glass, I believe. Either way, it's in the net. Chaz Moton gets on the board. 17-12. McIntyre over to Sears. Knox back into the game. Hands it off to Martins beyond the arc. Sears driving, 12 on the shot clock. Shot beyond the free throw line is good. Monarchs back up by 7. Meza back to Moton. His three-pointer won't go in.
And the Monarchs were showing a 2-3 defense there and were able to transition and rotate really well.
His last 2 possessions for Santa Monica seem to be shooting rather quickly, not wasting any time. Maybe rushing it, you might say.
Oh, they're absolutely
that
rushing
they've come
it.
up empty on the last couple. Speaking of,
And it's still early in the game too, Brian, because we're in the first period and
down by 7, but still a half hour of basketball in store for us.
Indeed.
There's another long shot, an offensive board. Maybe just the pace of their offense they typically go with. Isaiah Simpson's layup draws a foul. With 10:05 to go.
you know, that was a great shot by Simpson. I'm surprised he's not doing that more often.
Well, he gets a couple free throws out of the effort. Simpson's first shot is good. Again, the 6'9" sophomore center from Richmond, Virginia. Coleman back in. Simpson for his second shot. It's good. Monarchs now just lead by 5. Coleman up the left sideline. Guarded by Cesar Meza. Layup in the paint by Andre McIntyre Jr. is good. Give Coleman the assist there. Monarchs the first team to break 20. Up by 7 again. Pass gets deflected in the paint. Monarchs come away with it. Just inside the arc, Knox's shot falls a little bit short. Simpson with the rebound. Chaz Moton out to Cesar Meza, wide open, decides not to shoot. Into the game again, Elias King. Wide open again, Cesar Meza, but the pass was down on the floor, gets out of bounds.
Yeah, those little passes, they're really hard to get.
That floater just landed right by his feet, maybe a little off target. In any case, it's Monarchs ball. Sears back in, replacing Harrell. Halfway through this half, Monarchs enjoying the lead by 7 points. Knox to Sears up top. Now over to Shmerienko, who's back in. Matching up, driving. Layup goes into the hands of Simpson. That was the matchup there. The 6'9" guard up against the 6'5" shooter.
Shmerienko seems like he was a little bit frustrated. He missed that shot and went over, committed that foul.
Team fouls now 5-4. Santa Monica with the 5, Valley with the 4. Still some fouls to give. Things seem to have been slowing down in that regard. Either it was a really short shot or a floater pass that just made its way out of bounds. Either way, Monarchs coming away with another lucky break. Holt back into the game, replacing Knox. 8:30 to play in this half. Coleman up the left sideline once again. Sprints past Chaz Moton. Comes away with gives it over to McIntyre Jr. His layup is good and draws a foul. 23-14. The foul against Moton. The team's sixth, his first.
Monarch look like they have a smaller team out there, and I guess that's the reason why they have the zone defense. But they are really keeping up with Santa Monica's offense and managed to get that foul.
Yeah, keep an eye on number 12, Simpson in blue, the 6'9" center. Free throw was no good. Did not convert the three-point play. Monarchs now with a 9-point lead, though. Mid-range jump shot good by Dyson Hughes. Coleman driving again, really quickly up the floor. Reverse layup again by McIntyre is good.
McIntyre does a really good job cutting into the lanes. He sees those backdoor opportunities, and Coleman rewarded him with a really nice layup there.
We have a full timeout of the Santa Monica bench, so I'm going to sneak over and see if our statistician Francine Morales has some stats updates for us. She can get that printed out. Either way, Monarchs 25, Santa Monica 16, 7:56 to play. (25-16). We're back underway.
Hey, Brian, looks like we have some viewers watching from out of state. Welcome.
There's Grandma Van again in Cheyenne, Wyoming. We've got Jason Miles from Texas and Travis Chan, a couple of Santa Monica fans. We're still happy to have you with us. Thank you all. McIntyre Jr. lays it up and in off of the pass from Coleman.
Once again, McIntyre saw the opportunity to cut and was rewarded with a nice layup there.
They find the space and capitalize on it.
Absolutely.
Moton driving, gets by Holt. Looked like a block by McIntyre, but apparently there was contact made by Holt beforehand.
Yeah, he touched him with the body contact there, but I tell you, McIntyre has some length on him.
No doubt about that. 6'6" freshman out of Durango High School in Nevada. That's McIntyre. Mouton's first shot is good. As is the second one. And of course, Dale Beck tuning in. Thank you as well.
Good old Dale.
Coleman on the left wing. Monarchs 27-18. Coleman into McIntyre. Looking for Martins, but just a little bit too hard on that bounce pass.
But I love the idea because he saw Martins cutting and
that was
just needed to toss it up a little bit higher.
Indeed, great idea there. Just didn't execute it perfectly. Keep an eye for that play next time around, maybe. Here's the big Isaiah Simpson. Grabs the pass. His shot's no good. Coleman, another rebound. Gets it knocked away, but his team recovers. Moton looking for the steal.
I tell you, Santa Monica Simpson, he moves pretty well for a big guy.
Absolutely. There's McIntyre in the paint again. The finger roll is good.
I mean, he looks like a football player, but he moves just like a basketball player.
He's got the speed and the size. A double threat there, if you will. Moton, some fancy dribbling, sends it over to Kimball. Back to Moton just inside the arc. Jump shot, good.
Motown from downtown.
Indeed. I've got some thoughts on the downtown expression for you. I'll bring those up at the next timeout or something.
Well, in basketball terminology,
yeah,
it means you're a long-range shooter. In fact, there was a famous NBA player named Freddie Brown. They called him Downtown Freddie Brown.
Love it.
Because he would shoot those long shots.
Well, for the Monarchs on the floor, McIntyre Jr. with 11 points. Martins with 10. Only one foul between the 5 Monarchs on the floor at the moment, although their team has 5. 5 on the shot clock, so to speak. Speaking of, the pass by Coleman got picked off by Simpson. He slammed it to the ground and almost bounced into the basket. Did not, though, and then he ends up getting a layup right underneath the basket off of the pass from Hughes. Bring his team back within 7.
Santa Monica's still in this game.
No doubt about it. They're not going down quietly.
No, it certainly doesn't seem that way.
McIntyre Jr. picks up a foul. No, beg your pardon. That was Isaiah Simpson, wrong number 12. McIntyre Jr. is going to shoot. 2 shots. Monarchs in the bonus, but it's a shooting foul, so it's 2, not 1 and 1 from the line. First one's good. Knox back into the game. Taking out Sears. That's 12 points for number 12 on Valley. Make that 13. Monarchs up by 9 again. Looking for that double-digit lead. And again, they're in the bonus with Santa Monica having 17 fouls so far. Pass over the middle by Moton. Long shot rebounded by Simpson. His shot attempt no good. And then Coleman draws a foul way down at their own end against Simpson. That's his second, the team's 8th. So Coleman will shoot 1 and 1.
Coleman showing a lot of hustle with that rebound, drawing the foul from Simpson.
Just about 4.5 to play. The free throw is no good, and Santa Monica rebounded. Coming up the right sideline from our perspective, Teddy Parham brings it in to Dyson Hughes. Parham again with it on the right wing. To Hughes up top, driving up against Martins. Almost loses it, recovers. Now Simpson just outside the paint, driving in, 5 on the shot clock. He lays it up, gets his own rebound, put back attempt no good. Second one is good. Under 4 minutes, 31-24 Monarchs.
A great second effort there from Simpson.
Indeed, if you can take the close shot, just get your own rebounds. Holt for 3, no good. Scooped up by Parham. Over to Kimball on the right side. Driving against Coleman underneath. Passes it out to Hughes. He drives in, and it'll be a player control foul as he bowled into the Monarchs on his.
Who was in the middle of all that? Coleman.
Johnny Coleman. Offensive foul, so no free throws, despite being in the bonus, the Monarchs are.
Tell me something, Brian.
Yes.
Do all point guards have the shaggy groovy hair like Coleman does? I mean, if you look at UCLA's point guard, Tiger Williams, doesn't he have the same shaggy type hair?
I don't know that anybody has the hair that Coleman does. Maybe the shaggy groovy,
I think it's totally
but not the
groovy
Coleman
and cool.
do. It's one of a kind. Coleman. into Martins. Back to him. Outlet pass to Knox for three. He's good. 34-24. Now the Monarchs up by double digits. 5 points for Knox so far. Parham guarded by Coleman. Taking his time with it. Over to Moton. He shoots for three. Good. Right back at you, say the Corsairs. Still in this. 7 points. They trail by the home team. Against the home team, I should say. Knox again from Coleman. This one falls short. He was way back. In and out of the hands of Martins. But then the cherry pick, or Hail Mary type pass down the other way, just a little bit far. The Monarchs get it back. Some subs on both ends. Go ahead.
Martin looked like he was a little frustrated there. Thought he was actually fouled.
Maybe the Corsairs got away with one, but in any case, they get the ball back. Shmerienko back into the game. Monarchs playing it around the perimeter. Holt to Shmerienko for three, just a little bit short. McIntyre flying in there for the rebound, but ends up with Kimball.
Monarchs are back on defense.
Moton to Parham, over to Kimball for three, won't go. Coleman collects it out of the scrum. Spinning around, outlet pass to Holt. Now Shmerienko passes back inbounds into the paint. Martin spinning around, lays it off the glass and in.
I really love Martin's patience. Again, he didn't shoot it right away. He took his time, took a couple of dribbles, and went up for the shot.
3-point attempt, a little bit right of center, but Santa Monica gets it back. That was Moton with the attempt. He has the ball again, guarded by Shmerienko, screened by King. And he puts it in for, excuse me. King puts it in. Moton has 13 points for the Corsairs.
And that last shot was not from downtown.
Just inside the burbs, I guess, as it were. For three, that's Leandre McIntyre. And a 30-second timeout called by the Monarchs. As our clock catches up to the one inside the gym here. It's 1:04.
And Monarchs are back up by 10 once again.
Can you, excuse me? You run 10 off the clock this moment. Thank you. You're doing good with it. I know it's a lot to throw at you. McIntyre up to 16 points in the game. Martins with 12 for Valley.
Yeah, really good game here from McIntyre, who came off the bench, did he not?
Indeed. We'll get some full stat updates from you at halftime. And we have a brief medical timeout, or athletic trainer tending to McIntyre as he was scraped up. Minor abrasion, seems to be fine. Just had to get it all closed up for everyone's safety. Santa Monica the other way. 1 minute to go. Driving. Moton loses it. McIntyre with the steal. And Coleman will bring it up. Martins setting up a screen. McIntyre outside the paint. Backs up. Mid-range jump shot is good. Make that 18 points.
I love the patience, again, this time by McIntyre, to not just quickly shoot the shot, but assess everything and then take the open shot.
Just coming off of a timeout, you got a comfortable cushion coming into halftime. Take your time with it, wait for it, and he's rewarded. Meza across the arc, over to Parham, and pulled away by McIntyre Jr., who draws up, lays it up, and draws a foul on the fast break. Mekhi Kimball wrapping him up to slow him down out of desperation.
I tell you, Brian, McIntyre is most impressive, especially for this first half.
That was a play. 20 points, chance to make it 21.
Let's see if he can convert the 3-point here.
First foul called against Makai Kimball. His team at the limit of 10. But again, going for the 3-point play. It's good. 21 points for McIntyre. He'll check out.
Well done, young man.
Sears comes in. 13 on the game clock. Santa Monica roll it ahead to Moton, who then picks it up just before the timeline. 8 seconds on the game clock. Shot clock obviously turned off. Long shot for 3 from Parham is no good. Rebound not collected by anyone, but goes out of bounds and into the Monarchs' possession. 2 seconds on the game clock. Got to wipe up some wet spots just above the top of the key. 44-29 Monarchs look to take this into halftime. I don't know if they'll heave it down and just get one last second shot. Why not? They lead by 15. Coleman just holds on to it. Wrapped up, but not enough for a jump ball. 44-29, we head to halftime.
Good showing by the Monarchs.
Absolutely. Checking back in here over in the chat. Thank you all for being here. All 41 of you. That's a record on our end. Thank you all. Joe Hernandez, hope you're doing okay. He's well known around the LA Valley College Athletics Department.
He sure is.
Had a doctor procedure today. Seemed pretty routine, but not always fun. So glad to know he's doing okay. Thank you for being here.
I guess Mr. Jason Miles is a Santa Monica City College fan.
That's all right.
No, we won't hold it against you, Jason.
Of course not. No, it's great. We're just happy to bring the game to coast, whoever will tune in. 44-29, we're at the halftime break. And as Joe was saying up above, we have baseball and softball opening up their seasons.
That's right.
At home on Friday, baseball take on the Condors of Oxnard College.
Just saw Coach Dave Malice the other day. He's very excited about the upcoming season.
Absolutely. Big opening day festivities set as president of the college. Dr. Barry Grimmins will be on hand and throwing out the ceremonial first pitch. That's again at 2 o'clock right here at LA Valley College in beautiful Valley Glen, the neighborhood formerly known as part of Van Nuys.
That's right.
Good old, it's all Los Angeles to me. And then at 2:30, softball open up their season against Cerritos College.
For those of you considering coming out, I definitely want to encourage you. We have a terrific baseball and softball field here if you have not seen it yet.
Gorgeous facilities here.
And once again, Brian, you'll be doing the play-by-play for those games, correct?
I'll be in some capacity over there. I think Gary Teague chimed in early. I don't know if he's on this broadcast. He's the PA announcer for the baseball team. I help out with softball as I can, and yeah, just whatever I can do, I'm happy to do it here. So some updates statistic-wise. Santa Monica College out-rebounding LA Valley 26-14 in the first half. 11 offensive boards for the Corsairs, but not able to turn as many of them. Well, they turned it into 12 points for the Monarchs, 2 on second chance points as they go.
You know, all these stats that I'm looking down here would suggest that Santa Monica should be in the lead.
12 second chance points. Bench is pretty evenly matched. 23 off the bench for Valley, 21 for Santa Monica. Monarchs, though, 20 points in the paint to 6 for the Corsairs. And again, Valley 17-2 in points off of turnovers.
Yeah, again, any shots in the paint is a high percentage shot, and Monarch have done really terrific in that respect.
Indeed. Individual leaders, Leandre McIntyre, a game-high 21 points. also picking up 3 steals in his ball controlling efforts, 2 rebounds, both on defense. Also, John Martins, as we've mentioned, 12 points, 3 rebounds, and 3 assists up on the Santa Monica side. Chaz Moten with 13 points and a couple of rebounds. 8 points out of Isaiah Simpson, along with 9 rebounds. A big presence in the paint there.
That's for sure.
Assist leaders, Elias King with 2. 5 out of Johnny Coleman, the floor general, as it may be. Well, we'll take a little break here. It's got about 11 minutes left in halftime. We'll be back and talk a little bit more about the LA Valley College Foundation for those of you who may not have tuned in on the women's game.
Or the Hall of Fame.
Absolutely.
I mean, the chairman wants me to plug the Hall of Fame. It's going to be really an exciting time for Valley College. Again, we're going to be bringing back legends from Valley College so we can induct them and recognize them for all their efforts. You know what, Brian, before we go on break, I mean, I'm just looking at some of the banners hanging here, and there's just a lot of history with Valley College athletics. I mean, we've had a number of football players go on to play in the NFL, not just distinguished four-year institutions, but playing in the NFL. You know, Otis McKinney played for the LA Raiders. And I'm blanking out on a couple of them, but it's such a rich history and tradition here at Valley College. Our water polo teams, my gosh, I mean, basketball.
Yeah, runners-up last year, men's water polo in the state. This year just fell short of the Western State Conference Championship.
Yeah.
But of course, Jim McMillan, Coach of the Year, year after year.
Yeah, as a high school senior, why wouldn't you take a look at Valley College?
Absolutely.
Right?
Go Monarchs indeed. Well, I'll step aside for just a moment. We'll try to correct that camera cutting out issue that seems to persist. But we thank you all for tuning in, for your patience with those issues. Monarchs on top, 44-29. Back in a little bit. We are back, just about 4 minutes left in the halftime break, and got some news for us from Raul Castillo, head of the LAVC Foundation. Thank you again for being with us tonight.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. Again, I'm really enjoying being your sidekick here and doing the little color commentating.
It's a lot better than talking to myself, or by myself at least.
Oh, I don't. You know, I think you do a terrific job of. I mean, it takes a lot to just keep talking and announcing and broadcasting these types of games, and I'm glad I can be some sort of a relief for you.
Oh, absolutely. You know, I mean, what I'm saying is really surface level. You can break it down on a deeper level and give me a chance to rest too. So thank you.
Yeah, well, for me, it gets to plug more about Los Angeles Valley College. I mean, like, for example, we're celebrating our 70th anniversary this year.
70 years.
Yeah, so we were founded in 1949. For those of you folks who don't know, the whole campus was previously a dairy farm.
Oh, yeah.
And then it was founded in 1949, and we've certainly come a long way, as they say, baby. And, you know, our foundation is doing a couple of things to celebrate the 70th anniversary. And one of the things that we're doing is trying to raise some money for a scholarship. In fact, on the account of the 70th anniversary, we're raising, our goal is to try to raise 7 $1,000 70th anniversary scholarships. And we're actually close to that goal, and we're very, you know, we actually have to make another projection because I think we'll definitely go over that amount.
Awesome.
And we've done a number of things this past year to raise those funds. We have an upcoming event on February 21st, if I can plug that.
Please.
So our foundation is having a wine tasting event on February 21st. That's a Friday, so it's after hours. If you enjoy wine, we'd certainly love to have you there. It's $35 a person, or in advertising, we say $70 per couple.
There you go.
On the occasion of our 70th anniversary.
Twice the price.
Yeah. So we'll have a silent auction. Again, all proceeds go to help our 70th anniversary scholarship campaign. It's also going to help out our library fund as well.
Excellent.
And our college president will be there, Dr. Barry Gibbons, our foundation president, Ms. Pat Ballou. The chancellor has told me he's going to be attending.
Oh, my goodness.
And dare I say, we may have celebrity guests, NBA royalty.
Oh, my goodness.
Last year, we were privileged to have Elgin and Elaine Baylor join us, and I guess from the outlook of things, I think they'll be coming again. So,
all right,
folks,
run those dates.
If you're basketball fans, again,
70 a couple at
February 21st, 5:30. It's going to be held at the LAVC library.
Oh, fantastic!
So, we'd love for you folks to be there. Tell a friend, especially if you love wine. Hoi Polloi Winery is going to be sponsoring and providing the wine.
Is there a quick web address we can plug on that?
Yeah, for more information, you can go to www.lavcfoundation.org. You can purchase tickets online, too, at that same email address. You can also call us at 818-947-2619, and we'll be able to provide you more information, or we can take your payment over the phone. So ask for Emily or Allison. They'll be more than happy to help you out. So, fun game.
Absolutely. Just about situated here. Let's get the clock back on there. 44-29. We're about to start the second half.
I'm enjoying the music too. I mean, it feels like a real,
yeah,
it feels like an NBA game, shall I say.
I should give a shout out to our assistants here from the LAVC Broadcasting Club. That's George Flores on PA and running the scoreboard that you're seeing on the screen right now. And Joseph Martinez running the camera upstairs behind us. Thank you both, representing Jason Beaton's department well, the LAVC Broadcasting Department.
Broadcasting is a bomb. They are really terrific. Mr. B, as they call him.
Mr. B, yes, indeed. Possession arrow for Santa Monica as we start the half, and we're back underway. Moton getting the start for the second half. Sends it over to Simpson. The bounce pass a little bit low. Did not touch Martins despite the appeals by Santa Monica. And a turnover goes to the Monarchs.
Again, it was one of those low passes that a big man cannot get that low.
Yeah, when you're that tall, it's got to bounce a little higher on the bounce passes. Coleman over to Shmerienko, drives with left-handed layup off the glass and in, drawing a foul in the process.
That was a good aggressive drive by Shmerienko.
The foul is called against Jay-Sean Chisholm. His first and the first of the half. Shmerienko. Yummy, yummy, as his teammates call him, gets the three-point play.
Is that right?
That's what he told me at practice.
I love it.
I probably talked to him more than anybody else on the team simply because I want to say his name correctly. Shmerienko, not
oh, geez. I must
one
have
that I've
butchered it a
seen
few
before.
times myself.
No worries. That was Jay-Sean Chisholm with the long miss. Simpson with the putback. Keeps it a 15-point game. 47-31. Coleman driving. Did not draw a foul. Looked like he was about to lay it up, so you could probably give a block to Chaz Moton. But Coleman gets the ball again. Quick pass and shoot. That was over to Cody Knox in the paint. The pass from the corner intercepted by Shmerienko. Martins now with a fresh 30 for his team.
That's a nice help by Martin, but just missed the pass to him.
Coleman collects it and lets everybody collect themselves. 13 on the shot clock. Knox from deep, no good. From downtown, as we were discussing. Don't let me forget to bring up my overthinking thoughts on that expression.
Sam Moneta's coach imploring his team to be more aggressive and pushing it.
Over to Simpson, just south of the key. No good. Was a little strong.
Nice looking shot, but as you said, it was very strong.
Martins with a couple steps away from Simpson. Decides not to shoot. Sends it over to Knox instead. Knox back in the corner. Gives it to Martins. Bounce pass through the middle to Shmerienko. Now back to Holt for three. Just a little to the right of center. And Santa Monica gets the rebound. I just think of downtown in the general sense of the term being where all the activity is happening, which makes me think that would be in the paint and not the rural outskirts beyond the arc. But maybe downtown is the center circle or something. I don't know. I'm overthinking this probably.
Maybe you are just a little bit.
Meanwhile, the basketball game that's underway, Martins lays one up. Fast break the other direction. Monarchs flirting with a 20-point lead. They're up by 18, 49-31. Driving, the layup is good, and he draws a foul. Knox picks up his third foul. And now going for a three-point play is number 3 for Santa Monica, Dyson Hughes.
Monarchs were showing a man-to-man defense, but I think they fell a little bit asleep there, and they allowed him to penetrate.
So after getting his third foul with still about 17 minutes to go, Knox checks out of the game. Three-point play is converted. 49-34. Coleman setting up a play. Drives up to the free throw line by himself. The shot bounces in. The Monarchs have broken 50. Coleman's 6th point there. 5th and 6th point as it is. But either way, Monarchs just dominating thus far. Shot falls a little bit short. Rebounded by Dyson Hughes. The foul came before the shot attempt. So he'll get 2 shots. Not a bucket and one. I beg your pardon, that was not a shooting foul anyway. It was a pass and shoot. Monarchs maybe falling asleep there. In any case, Santa Monica gets a couple of quick points. Just under 4 minutes gone here in the second half. Coleman sends it in the middle to Martins, who
way to go, Martin. Good aggressive. Again, being patient, not just throwing the ball up, and Simpson allowed him to take that shot.
Beautiful shot there. Monarchs up 53-36. Cuts the clock up there. Beg your pardon for that. Foul called against Jonas Holtz. That's his third and the Monarchs' third. Now they're ahead of the Corsairs in the team foul department. Finger roll won't go for Leandro Knight. And Monarchs get the team rebound. There's 15:34 on the game clock. We'll let ours get caught up here. The app that we're using. For those of you who didn't see our last one, I'm just mentioning it. Coleman lays it off the glass, rebounded by Martins, who draws a foul after it falls in, or as it's fallen in. In any case, 55-36 with 15:25 to go. Simpson getting called for his third personal foul. We'll check out of the game. Elias King back in.
Martin just out hustling everybody. Again, from Lake Minnetonka, Minnesota. So you know where I first heard Lake Minnetonka?
Where'd you hear that?
There's this movie in the 80s called Purple Rain, starring Prince.
I've heard of him.
He made Lake Minnetonka very popular.
There you go, Paisley Park. We miss him down here. Here's Martins to make it a 20-point game. Just misses, and it's rebounded by King. Cesar Meza checked back in for Santa Monica. He's sophomore 6'1" point guard from Norco High School, hometown of Corona. Over to the corner, and then driving in is Kimball. His shot won't go. Rebounded by the Monarchs. Long pass up court. Picked off by Hughes, but it went right out of bounds. Monarchs will keep it. McIntyre will check back in to replace Shmerienko. Just over 5 minutes played in this half. Coleman over to the right wing. Guarded by Meza. Finds Holt wide open. 3-point shot. Bounces high off of the flange behind the rim.
I tell you, Holt had a few opportunities taking those shots. Eventually one of those things are going to drop for him because he certainly has a clear and open shot.
Driving into the paint.
And one.
And one indeed. That's Kimball. The foul against Martins. That's his first. Kimball going for three the old-fashioned way. I still credit that expression to, I believe, as a PA announcer over at Moorpark College when I was working there as a statistician, as if one of my other hats that I wear. Santa Monica calls timeout after the three-point play is converted. That's 6 points now for Kimball. 14:28 on the game clock. Monarchs still coasting, but.
So you're a statistician too?
Yeah, that's actually.
You wear a lot of hats, Brian.
If I may talk about myself for a while.
Sure.
Well, I weaseled my way in here. I was a PA announcer for Cal State Northridge ice hockey and UCLA ice hockey at the time. I lived 3 blocks away from campus here. On a random Saturday, I saw ahead of time that neither of my teams were active or in town. So I was pretty sure that we had a PA announcer. I didn't know it was before I was part of it. I called up the athletics department, spoke with, just introduced myself and said, hey, you know, I've got experience on PA that's a mile deep and an inch wide. I'd love to shadow your football guy if you don't mind. And Dale Beck, of course, being who he is, and not only the PA guy, but just a great welcoming character.
He certainly is.
Was happy to show me the ropes. I'll get back to that in a minute. But anyway, long story short, that led to me becoming the football statistician the following season. But there's more to it, which I'll happily elaborate on in a moment. Monarchs come up empty just before the shot clock expired on their last possession. Now going for 3. Knight hits it. His first 3 points of the game. Makes it 55-42. Pass gets deflected, diving in toward his bench, but ultimately rolling it over the baseline.
These last few plays, Santa Monica has been really out-hustling, I think, our Monarchs.
Got to fight their way back into this one. They're down by double digits, 13 if we're being exact. Monarchs will call timeout, and we'll catch up our clock here, 13:29.
So as you were saying.
Timeout. Yes. It was
Dale Beck, statistician.
Dale, yeah, he showed me the ropes as a football PA announcer. You know, I'm used to, as a hockey guy, you know, I'd sit up at the glass, and anytime there's a scoring play or a penalty, play stops and the referee skates right up to me. I've been kind of juggling the scorekeeper role as well.
Yeah.
It's not very high scoring. You can do all that juggling. So, you know, I'm front and center. Football, and I'm sitting all by myself in there for the most part, unless there's people in the penalty box to give me some unwanted, on their end, company. So now at Monarch Stadium or any football stadium, you're way back behind at the back of the bleachers, oftentimes a track separating you, and a lot of people in the booth. It was quite a different experience. But Dale showed me the ropes as far as PA announcing that, and actually handed the mic over to me at the beginning of the second half, thinking he would let me do a series of, you know, one drive or something like that. But I just kept going. You know, he didn't ask for the mic back, or, you know, he just said, "Are you doing okay?" I mean,
you know, Dale is very generous that way.
Yeah. So that led to me subbing as a PA announcer for basketball here, and then baseball and softball, and eventually I was the live statistician for football the last 2 years now. Meanwhile,
well, I think I speak on behalf of Valley College when I say we're very happy that you're broadcasting.
Well, I'm fortunate to have
the live streaming.
all of you to give me these opportunities. It's been an absolute blast.
Especially your infusion with technology and, you know, the live streaming. This is just terrific, I must say.
I see these opportunities with athletics, with our music department, with our broadcasting departments here, and just if I could be the glue that
well, I'm
brings them
thinking
all
of ways
together.
to try to get you involved with our foundation.
Absolutely. Let's continue this discussion afterwards for sure. Meanwhile, Monarchs bring it, or excuse me, Santa Monica the other way. A loose ball foul committed by Leandre McIntyre Jr.
In fact, I think you're going to be helping us produce the live stream portion of our Athletic Hall of Fame induction, so thank you.
Absolutely. My pleasure. Long pass over the timeline, but you can do that on an inbound pass. No backcourt violation. Gets it back over before 10 seconds pass and draws a foul against C.J. Sears. Monarchs now 16 fouls to Santa Monica's 3 in the second half.
I don't know about that. Looks like Santa Monica there was kind of moving on that pick.
Whichever way you slice it, it's Santa Monica's ball. Just one personal on Sears. 3-point shot falls well short. Rebounded, though, by Knight, who draws a foul. He was shooting, so it should be 2 free throws, not 1 and 1, as the Monarchs get their 7th team foul. And the second personal in very short succession against Leandre McIntyre. 2 shots for Knight coming up. First one falls in. Parham back into the game for Santa Monica. Second one also good, despite the shot from a Monarchs fan right at the point of release. And now a full court press in play by Santa Monica.
Uh-oh.
Coleman gets it ahead to Knox.
A few seconds to get across half court. Just in time.
Barely, as the shot clock hits 20, indicating the 10 seconds in the backcourt. Anything Santa Monica can do to get under Valley's skin as they try to fight their way back. 7 on the shot clock. Coleman almost traveled. He gets a pass over to Sears in the paint. Martins going up for the shot, but draws a foul on his way up. It's called on Chaz Moton. His second, the team's 4th. And 2 shots coming up for Martins, who already has 18 points tonight. Just behind Leandre McIntyre with his 21.
Just saw Coach Virgil Watson giving some instructions to Coleman.
First free throw is good, 57-44.
Probably telling Coleman how to dictate the pace.
Second one no good, and leaping for the rebound is Leandro Knight. Oh, turned over right in the center circle. The fast break layup won't fall in, but he gets an offensive rebound. That's C.J. Sears with the hustle. Just stripped the ball from the Monarchs point guard. Excuse me, the Corsairs. Monarchs, Santa Monica, mixing things up. 3-point attempt, good! Leandre McIntyre extends his point total to 24. And the Monarchs have 60 points and a 16-point lead over Santa Monica College. Mid-range jump shot by Moton falls short. Rebound volleyball for it. Ends up in McIntyre's hands, and now Coleman brings it up the right sideline. 11:04 to go. Moton. Excuse me, Coleman with it again. It's been a long day.
You're doing great, Brian.
Thank you very much. Coleman into Martins, lay it up and in. 62-44 Monarchs.
Such a good inside presence there by Martin.
Just get it to him in the middle. He doesn't stay there more than 3 seconds in the paint. Good things will happen.
Defensively, Martin's also taking on the big men of Santa Monica too. So.
Absolutely. Driving, Sears wide open to Cody Knox on the left wing. Good for 3. Monarchs have a 21-point lead. And Santa Monica says, let's slow things down a minute, calling a timeout with 10:19 to go.
Yeah, I think that was a good timeout for Santa Monica as the Monarchs were surging again.
A lot of momentum there.
Well, it's a game of runs, you know. Santa Monica was showing a lot of aggression there. They managed to score 6 straight points, and then the Monarchs are coming back.
Yes, indeed. You know, that turnover right at the center circle certainly sparking up the Monarchs a bit there.
I've been very impressed with the Monarchs defense. They've been going man-to-man throughout this game. On occasion, maybe a 2-3 zone. But they've managed to keep Santa Monica in check with their defense. Love the hands, you know, they're constantly up and moving around and just showing a good defensive posture throughout the game.
Absolutely. If I may pivot a bit, as I mentioned, what a long day it's been. Also,
are you going on
athletics,
your 14th hour?
Not a full, something like that. The Adaptive Fitness Center on campus here. I'm actually a part of that as well. And, Dave Malice, the head baseball coach, wears multiple hats here as well. He's the head of the adaptive fitness program. That's a weight room and supervised swimming pool hours for students of all ages with all kinds of temporary or lifelong disabilities.
Yeah.
We have
it's a terrific facility out there. Again, all folks from the community are welcome to be a part of that and participate. We also have a regular fitness center overseen by Lewis Jones on our campus.
Yes, indeed.
So
anyway, I was there at 9 in the morning for the adaptive fitness center. As Santa Monica turns it over, coming away with it is C.J. Sears.
We have a great aquatic exercise program.
Absolutely. We got it all here. Knox. Out to McIntyre for two.
There's
just
our
inside
friend,
the
Mr.
arc.
McIntyre once again.
Just on the edge of downtown. He's got 26 points tonight, 67-44. Monarchs in the lead. The layup to a wide open Hughes. The pass to a Hughes for the layup is good. That's his 11th and 12th point of the night.
I tell you, it's great that the Monarchs has a person like McIntyre coming off the bench to score those points too.
Absolutely. 12 seconds on the shot clock as McIntyre throws it ahead to Martins. Underneath, his pass gets broken up by Simpson. Santa Monica quickly the other way, layup and one.
Monarchs a little slow to get back on defense, and which resulted in that layup.
C.J. Sears picking up his second personal foul. So that layup was by Chaz Moton. 15 points for him, looking to make it 16, and he does.
And that was a layup by Moton.
Yes, indeed.
In the paint, which you refer to as downtown.
A layup from downtown. Holt trying to get it forward. Draws a kicked ball from Santa Monica. I believe that'll give him a fresh 30 on the shot clock. Will it? No. They give him 20 if the shot clock is under 20, but it's just a way to slow things down, and Monarchs have to get it up from the baseline with 3 fewer seconds on the shot clock. But they still have 10 to move
Monarchs
it up.
did a great job of breaking it.
Martins into McIntyre, left-handed layup will not go. Simpson rebounds it. Now Meza back into the game, sprinting down the right sideline. Oh, blocked by McIntyre. The shot by Moton.
McIntyre's length certainly got to that ball.
Now Moton's pass was in the wrong direction, ends up right in Knox's hands for the Monarchs. They'll bring it the other way. Coleman setting something up, taking his time with it. Why rush when you're up by this much?
No, why shouldn't you?
Steps just inside the arc, and his jump shot is good.
It's a simple right-left move and take the shot.
Coleman has 8 points, 69-49. Monarchs extending their lead. Moton for three, good. Meza with the assist. He has 19 this night. Oh, pass ahead to Martin, smothered by the Santa Monica defense. But a little bit too much. Simpson picks up a foul.
So in college basketball, do they have a flagrant 1 and flagrant 2 foul?
They have, I believe so. They also now have Class A and B technicals, A being the more severe ones that also result in a personal foul, B, more minor things like uniform violations or excessive timeouts.
Because I certainly thought that Martin took a shot in the head.
Sure. Certainly, as the lead extends, you don't want to see things get ugly.
You know what I have not seen yet in this game? A slam dunk.
Have not yet, surprisingly. They certainly have the height there, and they've been driving into the paint, but I guess just opting for the layups instead. Whatever works, though. Knox for
Absolutely.
three. No good. Rebound, Meza. Driving quickly up there. It just took him 3 seconds to get it back over the timeline. And he draws a foul apparently against Cody Knox. Indeed he did. A tripping foul. That's his 4th personal. Only two shots for Meza. 9th team foul by the Monarchs. Santa Monica has 5 in that department. Meza's first free throw is good. That's his first point of the game. A couple of subs checking back in for the Monarchs. That's Holt and Shmirienko on opposite sides of the lane. Meza's second shot is also good. Well, barring a huge collapse, this is a big rebound, bounce back win.
Monarchs are in trouble, but
if the Monarchs can hold on here. I won't count my chickens for their hats, but as I say that, McIntyre off the glass and one.
How sweet was that shot?
Oh, man. Just poised and right in the spot.
Again, it wasn't rushed. He assessed his defender and knew who was going to get fouled.
Just take the hit and get the points. Now he's going for 3. Elias King picking up his 2nd foul, the team's 6th. McIntyre now has 29 points on the night with that free throw. Meza up the far sideline. Splits by Coleman. Over Shmirienko's pass around the perimeter, just inside the mark. Shot is good by Hughes, and he draws a foul. 10th team foul by the Monarchs, and that's against Leandre McIntyre Jr., his 3rd.
It was a nice try by McIntyre, but I think as you see somebody shooting the free throw, you want to run towards one of their sides, left or right side, if you're trying to block the shot. To just face up on him, you're bound to get the foul.
Hughes' free throw won't go. He does have 14 points on the night now. 3 Corsairs on the floor in double figures for points. Coleman gets around Meza, who lost his footing. Inside the paint, jump shot won't go for McIntyre. Rebound Simpson, and now here comes Mesa. The 2-on-2, fast break the other way. Hands it over to Motown, who lays it up and in for 21 points for him.
Motown
Number
has been
21
really
with
terrific
21.
for Santa Monica this half.
That'll draw a timeout, which is about 6.5 to play in the second half. But the Monarchs with a commanding lead, 72-58.
Anybody there a UCLA fan?
Yeah, it's an interesting song selection here. Sons of Westwood playing.
Yes.
The
well,
UCLA fight song.
Nothing wrong with that. A number of our alumni went on to transfer to UCLA as well as USC.
Indeed.
And Cal State Northridge. I don't want to leave the Matadors out. So.
Oh, go Matadors indeed, my alma mater. But as I mentioned, UCLA hockey being in my bag of tricks. Our PA announcer, as you're hearing from the starting lineups and in the background throughout our broadcast tonight, Mark DeVore, 4-year starting goalie for the UCLA Hockey Club, 1985, or the 84-85 season until 88-89. Part of the championship team against CSUN back in his day.
Is that right?
He's a color commentator with me on our live broadcast. We have a huge game next week, Friday night. We're playing at Pickwick Ice in Burbank. You can catch them on YouTube right here. Just search UCLA Ice Hockey. Hear me with the call and Mark with the color commentary, the deep insight from the goalie's perspective and whatnot. In any case, Coleman with it turns the corner and doesn't get he draws a foul. That shot was just for fun. Brief correction here, making sure that the scoreboard and the scorebook are all in sync. Seems to be a dispute about the number of fouls being called.
Yeah, Santa Monica's coach was just here and asking The last incident was a foul.
They're checking on the score. Oh, I guess he wasn't sure if the bucket before the and one free throw was counted. Indeed it was. Our score correct, 72-58. Coleman drawing a foul. That's the 7th by Santa Monica. I believe this is 1-1. Yes, indeed, as they all make their way into the lanes. The shot's no good. Big Isaiah Simpson again with a rebound. Ahead to the sprinting Mesa. Draws a foul by Jonas Holt.
Brian, it's a 14-point lead for the Monarchs. Santa Monica's still trying to chip away at it.
Knowing that they're in foul trouble, the Monarchs are. Maybe incentive to drive more quickly and physically, draw these fouls, and get 2 free throws out of it each time.
Yeah, but with 6 minutes left, can Santa Monica get a couple of runs here?
Still a lot of time. They only have 1 timeout left. Monarchs have 4. But it was 6 minutes, and they can draw fouls on offense and maybe draw turnovers on defense with the full court press that we're seeing right now. It's still not completely out of reach. 12-point game. Coleman gets around Meza, looking for an outlet pass, finds Martins in the paint. And the Monarchs turn it over. Pass out of bounds. Did not touch any Corsairs on its way. The lucky break for Santa Monica. 72-60. Meza with some fancy dribbling. Finds Hughes. Traveling called. Beg your pardon, that was Knight making the pass. I believe he took too many steps. It was on its way over to Simpson, but the whistle seemed to blow before the ball got to him.
No, he did take too many steps. And
there you go.
Slightly late whistle, but nonetheless it was traveling.
Sears up the far sideline. Over to McIntyre, and now Knox with it. Knox to be careful, he has 4 fouls. Coleman around the arc into the paint, lays it up and in off the glass. That's 10 for number 10. Monarchs up by 14. Simpson to Meza for 3. A little bit short, gets his own rebound out of the air though. Looks to make a pass through traffic in the paint. Still no one able to really come away with it. Shot clock reset. Driving. Getting the layup and one is Chaz Moton. That's his 22nd and 23rd points of the night for Santa Monica. Foul is against John Martins, his 2nd.
I think Martins was set there, but then Mouton went to his right, and with that, Martins also shifted left, and that's why he was called for the foul.
Yeah, just get him on 1 foot. You can draw a foul. If the ball falls in, even better. Converts the 3-point play. Monarchs lead cut to 11. Full court press once again. No kickball called in what looked like it might have been. McIntyre driving. Drops it back to Sears. He slows it down. Keeps dribbling, but taking his time with it. Guarded by King.
Shot clock
goes
down
around him using Martins as a screen. Indeed, 4 to shoot. Coleman with it, driving. Simpson double teaming, now triple team. Gets the shot off. Does manage to hit the rim off of a bounce high off the glass. And a layup underneath falls in and one.
Again, a great second effort there on the Monarchs.
Martins gets the points, draws a foul against Leandrew Knight.
But they sure were cutting it close with the shot clock there.
No doubt about that. The missed shot going high off the glass above the box in front, right around the rim. Just managed to nick the rim, earning a reset of the shot clock, and avoiding the violation. Martins gets the 3-point play and makes it 24 points. Monarchs will call their third timeout. They have 3 remaining. Just over 4 minutes left in this one. Monarchs.
Oh, what do we hear?
I was going to comment on George playing the UCLA fight song while wearing SC colors on his head. He's got the Dodgers SC night ball cap.
Hey, Brian, I'd like to point
out
something I think it's just really neat to see is across the way from us are the women's basketball team watching, rooting on the men's Monarch basketball team. That's really terrific.
It's great to see the support from within the department for each other's teams.
Yeah.
Of course, basketball traveling together. Once you get to conference play, they all have pretty much all double headers. Women playing at 5 this year, men at 7, or the early game.
Not vice versa. It's always a women first.
It alternates each year.
Okay.
Last year, the women's had the nightcap, and the men the early evening, if you will. 5 and 7 is what we usually do here. Some schools 6 and 8. Weekends early. It all depends. That's pretty cool, though. Just 2 games for the commute of 1, if you will.
Yeah.
Always good to have the support there. 77-63 Monarchs holding on to their comfortable lead. Santa Monica will bring it up court. Driving into the paint. We'll step back out. That was Knight. Layup by Moton, no good, but he drew a foul in the process. Sears picks up his 3rd. Again, the Monarchs at their team limit of 10. Moton now has 25 points as the free throw is good. Second one falls in as well. Not necessarily a fan of it being quieter in the gyms here, but always funny to hear the unique vocalizations from the fans looking to disrupt the free throw shooting of the other team.
Oh, yeah.
Heard a loud and clear meatball the other day from, I think it was last week.
Is that what they're doing these days?
Yeah.
Meatball.
Yeah, it's interesting that the different places you go, what they'll say. Back in my day with the Matador band at Cal State Northridge, I helped bring that back to life. They're still going strong. But some teams traveled more, their fan sections traveled better than others. I remember Cal State Fullerton distinctly, as Hughes' shot is blocked up front. Santa Monica recovered, though. Dyson 3-point attempt, no good. And McIntyre picks up the rebound and draws a foul.
Great composure on McIntyre's part. He had 2 defenders all over him.
Dyson Hughes picking up a foul, and it'll be 1-1 on the other side of the court for McIntyre Jr. That was what I was saying. Cal State Fullerton's fan section, the orange curtain, I believe, at the OC after that, packed into the Matadome, sat right across from their bench, and then when the Monarchs were shooting free throws, just before they get the ball, they all said 3, 2, 1, and just making this obnoxious buzzer sound, and just holding it until the Matadors would shoot. It was a riot. 1 for 2 from the line, he goes. 78-65 now the score. Oh, sorry, I'm cueing our scoreboard and clock for the broadcast operator. I didn't realize we were ahead this time.
You know what, Brian? If we just had a few more people here, we can have really a rambunctious crowd.
I'm
just yelling
glad
and
you
screaming.
mentioned that. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were going to say on the broadcast team, but yes, absolutely. Come on out here. If you like what you see and want to help with that, then get involved with the LAVC Broadcast Club. Check us out, lavc.edu, to search our broadcasting courses. otherwise, come on out to the games. 5800 Fulton Avenue in beautiful Valley Glen, California.
You know, we also have a terrific radio station here on campus, KVCM.
Yes, indeed.
You can listen to them online, streaming all the time. Again, Mr. B is in charge of that department. Does a great job. Great DJs.
Yes, indeed. It's always it's been cool to be a part of this drawing, getting our drawing our connections a little stronger as I'm stuttering as Dale Beck is back from his photo lab, the digital one. That's his computer as it is, with some pictures of us. Thank you, Dale, for that. I would address some of the comments here. Yes, Jason Miles. Yeah, I was talking about the broadcast that we're putting together. This is just an iPad app that we're using to, we're capturing the display from that and then putting the scoreboard up that way. So the clock that you're seeing on here is not the official one. We're doing our best to keep it in sync, but this is, we're all juggling things right here. I'm kind of play-by-play and producer here. We've got
again, Brian, you're doing a terrific job. I don't think our viewers will mind at all. There's a 1 second differential, and you know that's okay by my book.
No, it's great though. It shows what more we could do if we just had some more help. So again,
sure,
please get involved. LAVC Broadcasting Club. You know, we didn't have this thing on screen last time, and it's cool what we can do with what we have. And if we had more, we could do more, of course. Especially extending our broadcast schedule.
Again, I'm really love seeing all the viewers watching our live stream right now.
Yes, indeed. 42 of them at the moment. Thank you all. As there's a turnover and a quick fast break layup by Moton. He now has 28 points. Monarchs lead cut to 10 with 3 minutes to go. You are welcome, Jason. Thank you for tuning in. Coleman smothered, almost coughs it up with the pass from Sears into Martins and then out to Knox for three. Good. Falls in. The Monarchs cracked 80 points now, 81 to 68.
I was just about to say there's still a lot of time, but with that three-pointer, well,
right back.
Still a lot of time.
Indeed. 10 points separate the two teams. 2.5 minutes to go.
What can happen in 2.5 minutes?
Coleman up ahead. Santa Monica bench energized. Down by 10, but you wouldn't think it by listening. Either a timeout called as the coaches are heading out onto the bench. I guess the Monarchs coaches didn't like what they saw. No foul called there. Yes, indeed. Timeout called by the Monarchs. 2:09 left in regulation. Monarchs, I don't want to say lead cut to only 10. I mean, it's the closest Santa Monica has been in a while, and their team definitely in this, you know.
Oh, absolutely.
There's enough time left
they're showing
here.
a lot of fight, that's for sure.
No doubt about that, and the bench is loud. As we're sitting closer to them, we're on that edge of the scorers
it's
table
almost
right
as
here.
if they're willing then to play defense.
There you go. 2:09 left, as we mentioned. Looking ahead, once again, Monarch basketball are back here at home on Saturday. I'm not sure. We'll do our best to get the live stream here. Best bet is just come on out to the South Gym at LAVC.
Here, here.
We'll get the schedule here for you. Long day. Didn't have the.
I tell you, it's a
notes in
great
front of
deal.
me.
Come pay. How much is it? $5?
Oh, something
You get
like
a
that.
great game.
Worth every cent.
Great concessions.
Yes, indeed. Bakersfield College Renegades are in town. 3 o'clock for the women's matchup, 5 o'clock for the men this Saturday, January 25th. And again, don't forget baseball and softball's opening days, 2 p.m. for baseball against Oxnard on Friday, and softball at 2:30 against Cerritos the same day. Turned over. Monarchs lost it there. C.J. Sears double teamed. A quick inbound pass right back at it.
It's great defense on Santa Monica's
Meza
part.
for three, got it. The assist from King.
Monarchs are really cutting it close here.
Santa Monica back within a single-digit deficit of the Monarchs. They don't want to see their 6-game winning streak go away. They are not going down without a fight, as you mentioned. McIntyre over to Sears.
10 on the
over
shot
the
clock.
heads. Back to Coleman. Knox gets tripped up by Knight for a foul. That's the team limit for Santa Monica, and Knight's 4th personal foul. Both teams at their limit. A minute 24 to go. Knox a little bit short. Maybe right of center. Either way, it's not in the rim.
Knox needs to make this shot in order to keep some distance from the Santa Monica.
He gets it. Nobody on his team around the lane. Everybody dropping back on D. They've seen this fast Santa Monica offense like we saw in the first half. Another three-pointer, good. This time King from Knight. Santa Monica down by just 5. Coleman over the timeline to McIntyre. Sears with it. Back to Coleman. Kind of same ball movement we saw in the last possession. Just moving it around the perimeter to run time off of the clock. Now through the middle.
55
gets
seconds left in the
deflected.
game, Brian.
Under a minute to play, as you mentioned. Quickly the other direction. Layup, draws a foul, but does not fall in, much to the Monarchs' fortune. Coleman picking up his 2nd personal.
So let's see if Santa Monica can bring this game to a 3-point game.
Indeed, they could bring it within 1 possession.
True.
Hughes hits the first. There's some discussion at the table how many free throws were awarded. It was indeed a 2-shot foul. Hughes now has 18 points on the night. Basket does not, the ball does not fall into the basket. And Monarchs quickly bring it back to the front court for them. Sears, mid-range jump shot, no good. Rebound, Meza. And here comes Santa Monica the other way quickly. Pass broken up by McIntyre and out of bounds. Still Santa Monica's ball, who trail by 4, 31.2 seconds.
McIntyre getting back on defense and was very alert and managed to get a hand on the ball.
Shot clock at 25, a little bit ahead of the game clock. Meza for 3, short and to the left. Monarchs. Martins gets the rebound and draws a foul against Elias King.
So Brian,
Elias, I beg your pardon.
Brian, I'm getting text messages from our Athletic Hall of Fame chair, Paul Sabolic, who was neither a UCLA or USC person. He went to the University of Washington.
Oh,
And
Huskies.
basically said, what's up with not having the Huskies fight song?
Let's just make it Pac-10 night. Or 12,
Why not?
Gus. That's showing my age there. Pac-12 night. Martins hit his first free throw. 2nd one up and in. Timeout called by the Monarchs. They will have one more after this. 25.3 seconds on the game clock. Full timeout indeed.
So what do you
84
think,
to
Brian?
78. What do I think about?
78 to 84.
It's
With
a
25
2-possession game. I think we'll be seeing some hack-a-shack, as it's called.
And a lot of long-range shots. I'm
Definitely Corsairs just need to stay in this one any way they can. Looking at their game history, though, they've won their last 6, and I think only one of them was by a single-digit margin. They've just been on fire, and certainly we're seeing that spark here at the end of this one.
So if the Monarchs were to win this game, they would be 3-2 in conference play, correct?
3-2 in conference play, 15-4 overall. This would be the first Western State Conference South Division loss for Santa Monica if this result stands.
And where does that place the Monarchs in terms of standings with the conference?
We'll see what's going on elsewhere tonight. In the standings at the moment, LA Valley kind of in the middle there. They'd be tied with Antelope Valley at 3-2 in conference play.
Okay.
Santa Monica would be tied with Citrus at 4-1 apiece. Maybe if overall record is a tiebreaker, I don't believe it is, but they would be 15-4 for Citrus's 12-7 non-conference record, including non-conference. Santa Monica bringing up court. Meza losing his balance, gets it out to Kimball. Three-point shot falls well short. Rebounded by the Monarchs. Shot clock now turned off. 15.3 seconds on the game clock. And a foul drawn.
Just as expected, they took a long-range three-point shot.
Go for the three, commit a foul, just get the ball back any way you can. You're going to have to concede free throws and points. Knox's first is good. Monarchs back up by 7. Second is good. 86-78. Not much time left. Santa Monica. Shot by Hughes for 3, no good. Rebounded by Sears, who draws a foul.
And I think that should do it, Brian.
Monarchs, I'd say, in the driver's seat a lot of this game, but not without Santa Monica kicking them behind the seat, so to speak, for playing out this car metaphor longer than I have ever. That's
a great metaphor, I must say.
I've never extended it beyond the
I think
cliche.
any soccer moms up there can relate.
There you go. Sears hits his first. The second one also good, and Monarchs back into a double-digit lead. Time will tick away. Meza will attempt a three-pointer off the rim. Maybe you give it to Coleman for the rebound. Either way, this game is over. Monarchs win 88-78. What a ball game.
That was so exciting, Brian.
A little back and forth at the very beginning, but certainly putting up a fight at the end there.
Well,
the Corsairs.
I mean, respect to Santa Monica for the fight that they show, especially in the last few minutes of that game.
Absolutely.
But the Monarchs remained calm, composed, and managed to stay resilient to hold them off.
Both teams 14-4. Santa Monica having a 6-game win streak snapped there. Their first loss in conference play. Certainly knew it wasn't going to be an easy one.
That's right. I mean, Santa Monica was 4-0, and our Monarchs gave them their first loss tonight.
We'll get some post-game stats for you in just a moment. Francine Morales and Valerie Gauthier, also Michael Gonzalez over on the stat crew for this men's game. Coach is always good at first, but yeah, no easy job there. It's one thing to talk about it as we do, but I can miss things and get away with it. The statistician, they've got to plug in everything. They type it all in.
I don't know how you folks do it.
Oh, man, it's good to have a caller with you, saying, oh, the jump shot, the way the computer software is laid out, you've got to do multiple codes entered for a block. Every missed shot has a rebound.
I can't even imagine.
Oh, yeah, it's frantic. And a game like this, no doubt about that either. We'll take a short look at ourselves, I suppose. Why not?
Yeah, but before we do, I just want to pay compliment to our basketball floor. I mean, we're seeing an upside-down line, but it's actually a terrific Monarch line, not Monarch butterfly. Monarch line.
I saw a butterfly floating around over by the Monarch Athletic Center. I thought, well, what if we were black and orange and there's this fighting butterfly logo? That'd be kind of cool. But
that's a good luck thing whenever a butterfly flies around, yeah?
We've got more than one kind of monarch on campus here in Valley Glen.
We sure do.
88-78.
I'm eager to see the stats.
Oh, me too. I don't want to go anywhere until we get that information.
It looks like we have folks still with us on the live stream, so thank you for staying with us.
Absolutely.
I'm sure probably all of you are statisticians and would like to see who did what.
That would make me feel less of an anomaly. Pretty active here in the chat. Thank you all for tuning in. Whether you're Monarch fans, Santa Monica fans, or just basketball fans in general, I don't know, maybe you were just browsing YouTube Live and somehow happened upon this community college basketball game in Southern California.
Wouldn't
but
that be
we're happy
something?
to have you all. Oh, I'll check this out. Why not?
Well, for any purists out there who just loves the game of basketball, just come to Valley College. It's a lot of fun.
Just show me the game. All right, some
Here we go.
stats here for you. We'll go into radio style mode here. So a double-double for Isaiah Simpson, the big center for Santa Monica. 13 rebounds, 10 points. Also a couple of steals and an assist in his efforts tonight for Santa Monica. 18 points also from Dyson Hughes with 8 rebounds, 4 offense, 4 defense for his efforts. Monarchs caught up in the rebound department as a team, 88-78 after the final. I remember they were trailing Santa Monica at the half in that regard.
Yeah, and again, it was the Monarchs leading the game, and yet you had conversely weird stats with the rebounds, bench scoring. Geez.
Yeah.
Valley College 35 to Santa Monica's 50.
50 points off the bench for the Corsairs. They also had 22 off of offensive rebounds for the Monarchs, 10 second chance points as we call those. Monarchs did lead in the points in the paint, 36-24, and off of turnovers, Monarchs had 31 points to the Corsairs, 11.
I think a lot of the second chance points came at the second half because, again, late in the game, Santa Monica were the aggressors and resulted in them coming back to as close as 5.
Indeed. On the Valley side of things, 4 players in double-digit points. Leandre McIntyre with the game-high 30, followed by the game's second highest scorer, John Martins, with 26. He also had 7 rebounds. McIntyre, by the way, with 8.
I must say, I love both McIntyre and Martin's game. For me, they show composure, which is very much needed in this game. I think young, players, especially if, you're coming into a new program, they want to be aggressive and they take those quick shots with Martins and McIntyre, especially coming off the bench.
Sure.
Some of these usually players in the college arena want to show what they have, but he was very, he had a nice, calm disposition about himself. He doesn't seem rushed, very smooth.
Absolutely.
So, likewise, Martin, he was a shorter.
I'm going to get our broadcast students in here. Continue.
Okay. Yeah, so,
George,
with Martin.
come back in here.
He
This
was
is our
playing
camera
against-
crew, Joseph Martinez. Oh, that way.
There's Joseph.
I'm not in
Give
mirror
him a
mode.
thumbs up.
And George Flores will chime in a sec.
Yeah.
We'll get you some mic time here.
Yeah, so
Sorry to
Martin
interrupt.
was playing against taller players, and again, he showed his strength and aggressiveness inside the paint and scored among those trees. Again, I love his game, his composure. So I'd love to see the next game and see how they fare again.
Absolutely. Well, we thank you all for tuning in. For Raul Castillo, thank you for joining in on color commentary. Joseph Martinez on the video camera. Through all of the difficulties we were having, we regained our composure and made it all work out. And George Flores on the DJ in-house. Oh, there's Dale Beck in the back there as
The
well.
legendary Dale Beck.
And, of course, the scoreboard and the score overlay, we should say, for our broadcast. That's all George here. Thank you all for being with us. Hope to see you next time. If it's not Saturday, we'll let you know when that is. Check out lavc.edu/athletics for all that. This is Brian Melblom. Thank you again. Have a wonderful night, and go Monarchs!
Go Monarchs!